Nothing prepares you for a monster like that. The power. Of course, it looks absolutely stunning. The complete savagery of the acceleration. Up. Stunning is one word for it. Kickstand up. Keyless ignition. Wakey wakey. Left it in first, naughty. Starts up nicely. There's a menu thing over here, so you can tap the menu. You've got touring, you've got urban, you've got sport. I'm not going to do sport. Hold that down. Goes into touring. Job done. Well, what can I say? This is an absolute monstrosity. And I'm going to make an absolute meal of my gear changes. The clutch control is going to be all over the place, you name it. But my gosh, I mean, it's not a Vulcan S, alright? It's significantly quicker than that, as you'd imagine. It's a Ducati. And I rode this road yesterday on the Vulcan S, just to get an idea of how bumpy it is and such, and it is pretty bumpy. But, you know, getting up to 50 miles an hour, not an issue, not a problem. Throwing it around the corners is an absolute pleasure. Again, I'm being super cautious because this bike is A, very expensive. Oh, I'm very quick. Oh. Oh, wow. I wanted a rocket free, and I'm scared to be on this thing. Ah, see, when you're exploring the lovely countryside like this, or something like this, but you're stuck behind that, it's very tragic. It's very, very tragic. So, specs. If you want the specs, Google it. Frankly, I'm not an expert on that. I won't claim to be. But this is the Ducati La-di-da. I'll have the name there for you. This is the sport version. Because apparently this needs a sport version. Why does this need a sport version? This is insane. Full disclaimer, while we're here, I am not an expert rider. In fact, I'm kind of new to all this in comparison to a lot of people out there. My current riding experience on a full license is coming up to 2 years. And we're away. There we go, he's figured the clutch out. Oh. So jumping on this for the first time, yes, it's a completely different shape to what I'm used to riding, mainly cruisers and such, but I quite like it. Wouldn't spend 2-3 hours on it, maybe, but it's very attack mode. And I think with attack mode, even the slightest blip of the throttle is just immeasurably more fun. Oh, it is. Oh. I've got to say, I don't get overly excited about a lot of things. I feel myself getting to that point at the moment. The scenery helps. Also, not being stuck behind a tractor helps. But, oh, jeez. It just jumps. 10 mile an hour? Yeah, no problem. Bam, done. Do you want 20? Bam, done. No problem, you know? Let's test that, actually. Alright, 20, 19. It just eats the road. That's it. It just... Oh, you give this thing an inch, it will take a mile. You take the piss on it, it will eat you up. Make no mistake, this bike is mental. It is not for the faint of heart. Bad corner. It's alright, because this isn't my bike. You understand? You understand, right? Oh, wow. I am in awe of this lad. This is... It's diabolical, is what I want to call it. Absolutely mental. So I've got to keep an eye on the speedo because I don't want to be silly on this thing. But oh, It's so much fun though. So much fun. So the handling, as you can imagine, is very good. It does seem very well balanced. And I say that coming from a cruiser sort of thing because I'm used to the weight being very low down. This thing seems a bit more centered, but at the same time it's still very flickable, very flingable. It just eats up these roads. Jesus. Unfortunately, we can't really take it out on the dual carriageways, motorways, that sort of stuff, because there's just not enough time to fully appreciate this bike for what it is. But for the first impressions, my God, it's absolutely mental. Oh, brakes work. That's good. Always good on a bike like this, isn't it? Now the only thing I can really say I don't particularly like about this bike, I know, blasphemy, but carry on, is I found the pegs in this position are just a little bit in the way of where I like to put my foot down. I'm not the tallest of people, so I like my foot to be down there, and I feel the peg just gets in the way just a little bit. Oh my God, that is sickening. Absolutely sickening. Oh my gosh, let's do that again. Alright, so nice and slow, 10 mile an hour. Where's the clutch? There we are, right. That is, the 0 to 60 on this is insane. Absolutely insane. Bloody hell. So the power's immense, the handling's pretty damn good. I'm not going to start knee dragging this thing around the corners because quite frankly, no. And I'm not geared up for that, as you can see. It's yeah, this is a completely different monster. A completely different monster. I love this bike. From a first impressions point of view, I love it. I wouldn't use it as a commuter because filtering through traffic, all that sort of stuff, it's such a pretty bike. I would be scared to actually put a scratch on it. God forbid drop it or bloody bonk it into something. Yes, I said bonk. But it's just absolutely insane. You would have to be insane to buy this bike. And you know what? I'm sure a lot of you bloody will. And that's fine. Jesus. I don't think I could get sick of that. I said the same for my cruiser, but I'll say the same for this as well. When you've got that much power, just like hiding somewhere. And this isn't even in sport mode, this is touring. It means it's still got full power, but it's just, from what I've been told, it's just a little bit less pokey. I'm not even going to put this in sport mode, screw that. The other mode is urban, and basically what that does is it cuts the power by a certain amount. My God, that is silly. And yeah, the urban mode just allows you to ride in small towns and villages just a little bit more easily. So if you were to, say, not lose control of the bike, but if your right hand was to slip on the throttle a little bit, it wouldn't catapult you 2 miles down the road, which is always fun, isn't it? So when you do come into little areas like this, there's just a little bit more control. I can feel the accelerator, the throttle's just a little bit twitchy there, coming in. So let's change it to urban. Close the throttle. Urban. There we go. And already it feels so much better. I can give this a twist and it doesn't catapult me away. It doesn't jump 10, 15 miles an hour in a split second. It's just settled right down. It's lovely. I would probably ride in urban the majority of the time, even out on the country roads, because quite frankly, those two modes scare me. It just feels a lot more tame, I want to say, in these areas with that mode on. Usual kind of baloney. You've got your mileage, you've got your tyre pressures, trip times, average speed. Yeah, oh, there's your temperatures, all that kind of stuff on there. Trip 1, trip 2, hello, range, temperature again, yeah, cool. Air pressure's la-di-da. So, what I'm going to do, please help me, sport mode. Oh my giddy on! Oh! Whew. If you want to lose your testicles, oh my, that's something else. That is something else. Let's drop that down to 4th. See if there's a bit of space between us and the guy behind us. Oh, that is sickening! Ducati, what have you done? I've heard this bike was powerful enough as it is, but you put this into a sport. Oh, I mean, I want to open this up, I really do. But A, there's a speed camera back there. B, it's not my bike. You know, it's just... Oh. This is filthy. Absolutely filthy. Absolutely rotten filthy. Oh, so I'm going to leave it there. So I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy. I'm sorry I wasn't a bit more informative, but this is more just exciting than anything. So ta for now.